Okay, so like anything else, there's advantages to this system, and then there are disadvantages to this system. So a good way to learn this is just to start getting our hands dirty and our feet wet and just trying some stuff. Okay, so let's plot the point 1, 2 pi. So how do we do that? Well, we start with an axis like we normally would, and then put ourselves some units on there. Okay. Now, 1, 2 pi means travel the radius 1 unit and then rotate it 2 pi degrees. So there it is. Does that make sense? So this is the point 1, 2 pi. So how do you think that compares to number 2?
It would be the same since you don't rotate.
That's exactly right. So now the advantage, I think, may not be clear to you yet. The advantage of polars may be down the road. You might be like, then why would we ever even do this? Because what the problem is 1, 2 pi is describing the exact same point as 1, 0. So there is not a unique way to describe this point. There are infinitely many points at this spot in the polar coordinate system. Does that make sense? All right. So the other thing that gets weird is with negatives. So let's look at number 3. We go right 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're all. Well, let me clear this. Let's clear it. Come on. There we go. All right. So now number 3. We're going right 4 units. So I'm gonna shrink these a little. Right 4, and then 4 pi over 3 degree rotation. So let's see. Pi over 3 is 60, right?
Yeah.
And 4 times 60 is 240 degrees. So really, you should think about this as 4, 240 degrees. So we're going to go right 4, positive 4, and then 240. So this is 180, and then we got to do 60 more than that. So it's going to be somewhere down in here. So a couple things. As always, this is positive, and this is negative as it pertains to R. Okay? And then when it comes to rotations, this is positive, and this is negative. So counterclockwise is positive, and that's always been the case as well. Okay, so now let's look at number 4. We go the opposite in 4 units, and then negative pi over 3. What is that?
Negative 60 degrees.
So the best way I think to do this, let me think, how do I do that? I think about it honestly, is going 60 degrees in the negative and then 4 in the other direction. So I usually do this. That's about 60 degrees in the negative. And then I got to go, so that's supposed to be a straight line. 4 in this direction. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, another way you can do that is to go 4 in this direction and then 60 degrees to the negative. Yeah. And that would still lead you to the same spot. So both of them work. that make sense? All right, so this one is there. And that's your little intro to plotting points. We'll do another video here as we get going. Boom!